Might well be in a similar position to do likewise this afternoon. First quarter brought to you by Blue Sky Outdoor Experts. Here's Noel Watson.
Ball in the air and the big fella gets up that lane, gets it down quickly, and a run through the middle already here from Diski. Going into the forward line, carries the pack, comes out the back, Payne not able to get onto it. Quick kick at goal. A minor score would suggest we're coming up for the Kerang side. Really quick transition there. Kerang in the first 21 seconds have hit the scoreboard 1-0.
So the Demons wasting no time. Gallo takes the mark, then gets it on to Campbell, who runs his full measure. Short pass over the top to Bolton, who, with a juggling one-handed mark, takes it centre wing on the grandstand side of the ground.
Troy Coates starting on the bench. Matty Curran, compliments of Mawsons. Bolton goes bang, straight down the ground. Blues, numbers, plenty of talk at the back of the pack by Lockie Ross. Calls for a leave it and gets an easy chest mark.
He does, goes in the direction of Hunter, but misses him by the pass. Picked up now by Gallo, who just dives straight over the boundary line. He's been pinged for a deliberate. And Matt, if we were talking the NRL, he would have been over the line and scoring.
Kick down the ground in front. Walsh didn't get the hand correctly on the footy. Dalrymple. Michael goes bang into the full forward line. Payne! Got one high for mine. Players the call to the back. Quick hands. A run through the middle by Riley Smith, and he's going to be a free kick. I think it might have been played by the secondary umpire because the first one threw his hands in the air, but Payne definitely copped that one high. Brad Payne back into the side here, Matty Curran. Dalrymple plays, well, short or tall, doesn't he? Brad Payne. Leg strap. Back. Hamstring was the concern. Kicks it. Likes it off the boot. In fact, he's absolutely ecstatic, Payne. And the first major goes away to the Blues. Kerang 1-1-7 United. Realistically yet to get it out of the centre of the ground. And Brad Payne celebrates as he should. Blue Sky Outdoor Experts scoreboard.
Certainly has, and they've started with a rush, have the Blues, of course, reigning premiers, and looking to make it back into the grand final next weekend. Balranald awaiting, and see a few of their players earlier on, so they'll be sitting somewhere nice and quietly and watching on as Erlinson doing the ruck, gets the tap down, trying to run on the end of it there was Sterling, but it's going to be taken for Kerang by Hahn, and we will have a ball up in the middle of the ground.
And that's a good strong centre half forward line, isn't it? You've got Dalrymple, Caleb Nitsky, and on the outer side Marty Kelly. Ruckman, settled, ball comes to ground, spinning out of the pack quickly there is heavy side, clever play, gets it out to Gillingham, speaking clever, there's one, delivers the ball, lays out down the ground to the best and fairest player in Riley Smith, who has a player short, and it's the one we were just talking about in Michael Dalrymple, getting busy, getting dangerous here. Compliments of Mawson's concrete, Matty Curran. Long shot, could be contender for the goal of the day. Just touched on the line, minor score. Kerang peppering, 1-2-8. United will get to break the 50-metre line.
They certainly are. Harrop to bring the ball back into play. He comes wide looking for Bolton, but that's gone out of bounds on the full. So wasted possession there for the Demons. Under pressure early is Caleb Nitsky now to bring the ball back inside 50. Centering ball to Marty Kelly. Went through the hands, couldn't take the mark. Second effort from Kelly. Back into traffic. High kick inside towards the goal square. Off hands. Hunter couldn't mark it. Pay went low, so did Sterling. Oh, now comes back to Hunter. Little one tried to find Kelly, couldn't do so. Bingham takes it instead. Gets it off to Erlinson, who ducks the head. Ball squirts out the back. Comes now to Nitsky round the corner. Did he put it through? No. Minor score. 1-3-9 the Blues. Peppering the goal as United get the score. 4 minutes gone. First term on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard.
Matty Curran, Kerang not allowing United to settle at all, are they? Pushing up high with the press too. We'll get a kick into the middle of the ground. Speaking of not coping, because the kick didn't carry the distance, but here comes through the middle of the ground. The Demons through Saville, kicks it long, over the back of the pack, running onto it will be Hunter. Josh, as a player in support, doesn't get it to his cleanly. That's Gregor Knight, goes over the line, out of bounds, out of side. Umpire saying no, you didn't have an attempt to get it in. And Ahmed Watkins has the footy outside. Forward flank here.
Well, I reckon we've seen one of them paid all season. We've seen two in the first 10 minutes here in the preliminary final. Ahmet Watkins goes long all the way to the goal square. Off hands, Bolton had his kick smothered. Clark tries to rush it through. It's stopped by Ross on the line. Eventually it goes over for a rush behind. The Demons' first score of the afternoon is a minor. They trail Kerang 139 on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard.
Kerang pretty keen to keep the ball flowing. Caleb Nitsky was the target on the kick in. His kick has gone down the ground. Their numbers favour the Demons. Player needs to come up. Oh, there's a big collision. Marty Kelly comes through, cleaned up Joel Campbell. Ball out the back, and Brad Pay says, well, silver service, yes, thank you very much. I'll have my second. And Brad Pay does exactly that. He makes them. That's Pay. There's 2 goals, 3-15. The Blues United, one behind. We have played now 6 minutes into the first. Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard.
They are under intense pressure at the moment, are United. Zach Threadgold probably sums that up. They had the opportunity to attack that ball off half-back. Instead he waited and got caught in no man's land. In the end, straight over the top to Brad Pay, who kicked the goal now. Off in the middle of the ground, heavy side, tap back to Lang. They go inside 50 again to the Blues. Sitting underneath of those, Campbell Everett takes the mark on the chest. And will relieve a little bit of pressure for the Demons out of their defensive 50.
He's a worry for the Demons though, because Klingon and Coates are warming up on the boundary wanting to get in. More danger, Marty Kelly, free kick going the way of the Demons. Kelly had the footy, swung it round. Joel Campbell took the footy, but it'll leave the Demons across half-back, who probably will look to go short, or call the play on now. 6s and 7s as to what to do. Kicks the ball a scrubber into the half-forward line, and Gillingham just cleverly positions himself, gets the kick over to Del Ripple.
He does. So Del Ripple now wants the runner to go forward in heavy side. Decides instead to try to get around. Daniels couldn't do so. Little chip forward, marked by Riley Smith. Right on attacking 50 for Kerang. Now,
Got a leg.
he has got a leg, so distance will be a little bit of a question, but he sets up, goes long towards the goal square. Pack will fly. Pay with the spoil from behind, gets it to the front position. Pay doing the roaming, snaps around the corner and puts through his third. Oh, he's back in the side and he's returned on fire. Kerang, they go to 3-3-21. They lead United one straight behind. 7 minutes into the first term, thanks to Blue Sky Outdoor Experts.
Big contender, Matty. Absolutely, gee, the pressure was on. That press when they got out the back, Kerang, it just opened them up like a car, with the can of the old sardines. It really peeled them back. Yeah. Well, they had Erlinson in, now they've gone to Gibbs again, have a bit of a crack in the middle. I noticed in there as well as Riley Daniels, but he's got problems because he's got Marty Kelly sitting on his right shoulder. Ball comes to ground. In there is Nitsky, sees the ball down to Marty Kelly, shoots it out to Gillingham, slip on the hard ground, comes out the back, Stokes, one way, then the other. Is he gone? No, he spins around. Now has to lower the eyes, does. Into the forward line. Ahmet Watkins the target, but the big fist of the defenders comes in, and again it's the Blues are going to clear.
The wheel through Klingon, who goes long up towards half forward. Dalrymple finds space. Handball off to Caleb Nitsky running forward. Getting there was Campbell Everett with the spoil. Comes down to Harrop now, who goes backwards to Campbell by hand. Campbell goes long down the line, just looking for distance, but it's going to be Klingon on the end of it for the Blues.
Dalrymple in the play again. Gee, he's been really busy. Gets the ball out to Nitsky. Nitsky lowers the eyes. Numbers just absolutely everywhere here for the Kerang combination. And Adam Hunter has the football about 30 metres out. Yes, he's on a bit of an angle, but Matt Curran, this is very gettable. Adam Hunter about to do what United have been doing, and that is start quick. And the Blues, Hunter starts at left, angles it across the body, a goal umpire, absolutely not in any discomfort whatsoever, just walks forward, says, boys, you've got the fourth on the board. Kerang 4-3-27, United one behind, rushed Natty Curran.
Yeah, there's just loose players everywhere, forward to centre for Kerang, and United, they need to do some heavy thinking, and they need to do it quick before this game slips away, because it currently is off hands now. Running through there was Nitsky, left it behind. Kelly did the same. Well, getting a little bit of a high one there for the Blues was Gillingham, so he'll take it, and again Kerang will go forward.
Just like a wave, isn't it, Matt? They don't worry, just push the ball, and body strength is getting it down there. Yep. Adam Hunter has come up and taken yet another mark. Del Ripple's been extraordinary for mine. He's just his movement, and his preparedness to take a big hit if it needs be. He's just going to come off for a spell. Adam Hunter. When he kicks, we'll be kicking from about 53. Size, no, go short eye. You can't let Gillingham wander down the ground from the centre of the ground on his own, inside 50. Everybody got sucked into that one, Matt Curran. Yeah, Ryan Gillingham kicks this. It'll be celebrations everywhere. Gillingham lays back across the body. Pay keeps it in. Getting through there is Harry. Oh, grab! Tackle thrown to the ground. Umpire says. Throw it in, down round umpire. Oh, lucky. He went the push away. That free kick now. Fair bit of talk going on, and Brad Pay now gets the kick. Brad Pay will kick from about 15 metres out, if that. Yes, he's very good. He's about a metre in from the boundary line. Will he go around the body? I think he wants to. He does. Brad Pay, 3 already. Gee, there's a name synonymous with Kerang, isn't it? Pay. Brad Pay gets around the body. Goal umpire again. Well, he's in a dangerous position, that goal umpire. Everybody wants to kick the ball at him. 5-3. That is Kerang United, one behind. Blue Sky Actor Expert scoreboard. And it's the forwards and midfields having a field day for the Blues. Compliments of Magazine Swan Hill in the North Central Reserves. It was Sea Lake and Darling Tigers 12-8. They kicked 5 goals in the last. Noel didn't score. 12-8. They 7 goals for. The Tigers have a flag.
Well, Kerang doing what they do best. 32 points in front here. 12 minutes into the first term. They win it again, but they're going the wrong direction. Bingham takes it. Long kick up and under 4. United inside 50. At the back though, Hunter takes possession, little handball does Sean Hunter. Now he goes back from where he came and spots up Jesse Clark, opposite pocket in defence.
Jesse Clark, the consummate professional defender, isn't he? Just knows where to be, what to do in football when he gets it. And what he does best is give it to the bloke with number 3 at his back, and that's Gillingham, who drills the ball down to the outer side, centre wing. Boundary umpire called into play, goes over line and out of bounds. Ruttman will reset. Let's give you that scoreline. It is Kerang 5-3, that's right. We played 13 minutes into the first quarter. Kerang 5-3, 33 United. 1 behind.
So Davis and Gibbs doing the ruck work. Comes down to Gillingham. Shovels the handball out to Klingon. He goes down the line to Smith. He gets out now. Wants to put the afterburners on instead. Gives a little handball out to Kelly. Missed the target. Had time to go out and pick it up. Now goes up towards the top of 50. Does Kelly. Coates, was he infringed? Umpire said he was. So it'll be a free kick coming back to Troy Coates. Right on the attacking 50 for Kerang. They lead at the moment by 32 points. Waste no time. Goes with the short pass to Josh Nitsky. Goes through the hands. And it'll be cleaned up by Braden Bingham.
Whilst that was happening, unbelievably, Riley Smith was able to amble from centre wing after that incident, free kick, all the way down to basically between full forward and forward pocket area on his own. Called for the footy. Troy Coates didn't see him. Would have been another easy shot on goal. Over the line, out of bounds, outer side. So they can go at it. The ball comes to the front of the pack. Nobody can pick it up cleanly. It's the Demons who want it clearance and want it badly. They would love to get one forward. They need to get one on the scoreboard. That's an ugly kick. Defenders love those. A big thump forward was by Lockie Ross. Ball comes to ground. Close to the outside boundary line. Numbers favour the Blues. They're absolutely everywhere. And Kelly's to give it a minute.
He does. Goes down the line up towards half forward. Adam Hunter.
Oh.
Big strong hands. Takes the mark. Turns in, Boyle wants Hall, gets it over the top. Hall now with the snap forward, but getting back there, Campbell Everett dropped the mark though. Now coming through is Nitsky, he couldn't take possession. Coates went in hard and low as well. He's given away a free kick. It'll go the way of Mitch Grenham last line of defence for the Demons.
Brown comes across the ground as players loose, wants to find the secondary target, doesn't. Jesse Clark, I mentioned him earlier on, a playmaker, he gets it up, another possession. This time, half-forward flank drills the pass in and finds Caleb Nitsky, who's man on the mark, is standing on the 50, and Nitsky says, no, I'm going to point to the goals. Won't kick it that way because Smith again has ambled through the centre of the ground and gets dangerous. Now, Karen, what is going on out there? Riley Smith with the bright orange boots, best and fairest winner for season 23. Kicks and up and under, it is up. It is going to be long, it's going to be straight, it's going to be another major. Oh, this is a decimation. 6 goals, 3, Kerang, 39, United, 1 behind, 15 and a half, that's right, 15 and a half gone in the first quarter. Blue Sky at their expert scoreboard. And fix it for them, Matt.
Finals experience coming to the fore at the moment. The Blues really flexing their muscles against United. Davis with the tap down, only as far as Davidson had it, lost it. Klingon, clever handball, wanted the 1-2 there with Hahn, couldn't do so. Now eventually coming back the other way was Grinham, gets it off now to Gallo, has 1 bounce, has 2, wants to get it on the outside, can't do so, has to kick it forward up towards the 50, leading back in the chase. Nick Threadgold gets a little handball to Armat Watkins, who's quickly closed down. His kick though will be sharked by Sean Hunter, who goes long with a bullet to Josh Nitsky on the wing.
And Nitsky dropped the mark, but had so much room, he was able to get a secondary free kick down the ground. It will go the way of the Blues. Oh, just getting carried right away here are the Demons. And the free kick at true centre half forward will be given by one of the better players out there for mine, in Michael Dalrymple. I tell you what, Brad Pay with 4 goals would have to be a contender for our Cadiz Mechanical and 4x4 best on. Dalrymple has set up a couple. Can he get one for himself? Kicks hard, kicks long, not so straight though. Out of bounds on the full. Boundary umpire says it's out on the full, and that will mean that the free kick will go the way of the. There's under a little bit of doubt before the game in Joel Walsh back pocket.
They certainly are. And the scoreboard tells you that they lead by 38 points at the moment, as Walsh now, of course, as Noel said, coming in with a bit of a query over his hamstring, straight up the middle of the ground, finds Kane Davidson. He now hasn't got a lot to kick to, so has to go wide, finds Campbell Everett, who Mark's still inside defensive 50, wants to try to take the game on, goes towards Saville, who's been quiet, gets past him. Gregor Knight, little handball, inboard to Heavyside, who goes short to Josh Hahn, and they are away again, Kerang.
How are they doing this? Easily is the word. Kicks down the ground, Dalrymple, free kick for mine every day of the week. In fact, he took the mark as well. Just quickly, an update. North Central live scores. Seaton and Daly Tigers 4 behinds. Nullarbor 3 behinds. Is there a breeze? Or is it just the pressure? We'll find out a little bit later in the game. And again, at centre half forward, well, in fact, between centre half forward and full forward, Dalrymple has a shot. 6 goals, 3. What a blast this time. Kicks it, bends the knee, goal umpire gets across, taps himself on the shoulder. 6 goals, 4 now, 40 Kerang. United 1 behind, and remembering that behind was rushed off the pack at the bottom end. Blue Sky after expert scoreboard, and I don't know where I'm going to get my Swan Hill higher mark of the day from.
He's still got another 3.5 quarters yet, Noel, so plenty of time. And the way the Blues are moving the ball, it's about the only thing they haven't done at the moment. There's Walsh now to bring it back into play for United. Just ambles out of the defensive goal square. A bullet-like pass finds Jaden Sterling right on the chest. They need to get the ball into the hands of those two a lot more. Now comes to Everett, who's actually been pretty good. Out of the defence, goes long and high looking for Erlinson. Has a couple to beat. Just gets it forward inside 50 now for United. At the back there was, that came to Jardine. Now Clark ducked the head, lost it. Threadgold had his kick smothered, goes back, picks it up. Now goes inside 50 again, has his kick smothered. Josh Hunter finds Clark, who goes short and finds heavy side.
Sam Heavyside back into the side last week and is getting the benefit of a run. Kicks it out wide, looks forward, doesn't find Hayden Hall on the full. The ball bouncing around. Big Davis has got to get in and bend over. That's hard for Big Troy. The ball comes out of the pack, swinging around to Stokes. Goes left, goes right, kicks with the right across the body. It stays in play as the ball bounces. Kerang+'s got the handball over the top. Oh, the kick. They go with the kick, and it's Josh Hahn who has the footy.
He does. He can go short to Gillingham, who doesn't quite get to him though. Good work there from Nick O'Neill, who got the spoil to the ball and got it over the boundary line. And that's probably the first little win for United so far in the quarter, Matt.
The old combination having a squirt here for the Blues. Davis, Gillingham in underneath the pack, swinging around beside them is a heavy side. Davis puts the big body in, gets the throw in, look for me, and the free kick will come out the back and it'll go to heavy side. Just got that one arm pin and the tackle, and the ball spills, and heavy side from half back will go forward.
Heavy side now, looking to switch the play, goes out wide, finds a teammate out there in Hunter who couldn't mark the ball but has time to go back and pick it up. They've got time to do anything at the moment. Kerang, little handball forward to Gillingham, goes short to Nitsky, goes through his hands, now gets back, second effort from Nitsky, didn't quite win the ball though. Gallo had it, lost it, holding, should be a free kick, it will be. It'll go to Dom Gallo for United at half back.
He was good last week, he's in it a little bit here for the Demons, but they need some more movement up around half forward. Erlinson will be the target on the lead. But it's wide, really wide, so wide in fact that the player out there not able to get it on the full. That was Ross. And it's gone over the line and out of bounds. Erlinson glares back as if to say, what do you think I am, Superman? I was on the lead, that's okay, but nowhere near it. As Campbell comes off for a spell, he's got plenty down at the back half for the Demons.
So the ball down to toss back into play, half forward for United. Gibbs and Hunter doing the ruck work. Saville had it, lost it. Got it stripped from him. Going in now was Hunter, making the play, has to get rid of it, eventually did. And Clingan happy to see it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in in exactly the same spot as it went out before.
Jardine, Josh Hunter getting back for the Blues. Erlinson is going to sit on the 50-metre line from the ruck work. Ball comes front attack. The Demons, can they get the handle on the footy? They can't. The Blues certainly can. They get it back through the middle. Clean, clever hands down. They get in front of the running players for the Kerang side. Now the Demons have an opportunity. O'Neill got down, got the ball out wide to a teammate. Push it wide as the call. Not able to do so. Nitsky gets it. Quick kick into the forward line was by Hayden Hall. The Demons need to get it out. He's got a problem in underneath. So the ball comes back to Nitsky. On the burst, Nitsky can give the easy handball over the top. Oh, and if you don't mind running into an open goal again, this one, the coach in Troy coach, 7 goals for 46. That's the Blues. Well, Champagne Football United 1 behind, and we are well into time on 23 minutes into on the Blue Sky Adverts scoreboard.
Certainly will be, and they are absolutely shell-shocked at the moment, are the Demons. And they are playing like it is. Gillingham again with the clearance. They're winning the ball out of the middle. In fact, they're winning just about every key statistical area in the game at the moment. Comes his kick though, off hands. Kelly back to Lang. He's got so much time that he could have given it 3 times off by hand. Eventually goes back to Gillingham, who just steps around a couple. They're doing it absolutely easily at the moment, Kerang.
Kick over the shoulder here was by Josh Hahn into the forward line. Big fist by Coates. Sees the ball forward in the pack. Numbers at the back. Can Hayden Hall get onto it? He doesn't need to because Nitsky, that's Josh, gets the ball. Kicks an absolute up and under. Walsh gets across. Will take an easy chest mark. Back pocket for the Demons. Their statistical information. The other thing that they are winning at the moment, Lee Matty, is the rotations. And that's going to be important later in the game as well. They're off. The Demons took the mark, played on, gone. Absolutely no talk of Randy Braden Bingham, and the big tackle applied by Josh Hahn.
That pretty much sums up their afternoon so far. United, long kick inside 50. Coates was the target, went over his head at the back, gets past Harrop as well. Now Zach Threadgold picks it up, has Marty Kelly hanging off him, however. And we're going to get a ball up 20 metres out from goal in the forward pocket for Kerang.
Overawed, Matt, aren't they? Just absolutely overawed. Yeah. And as we mentioned, Kerang have lost one game for the year. Yeah, it was a bad loss, but they've lost one. Absolutely. From the ruck work. O'Neill. No, Neil just handballs it direct to Troy Coates. I don't know whether that was a hey, give it to me, but I tell you what, he absolutely hit him on the left, you know where. And Coach just said, thanks very much, I'll take 2 steps, kick a goal. 8 goals for Kerang. And that is a big score. They're leading United 1 behind on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard. The kids on the scoreboard can't keep up. Ha ha ha.
So Kerang now by 51 points.
What?
Late stages of the first term. I had a good look at Year 10 maths teacher. He's not here today, Noel, but 52 minus 1 equals 52 minus 1 equals 51, yes.
Yeah, no, you're right.
As Harrop now for United again in defence. Dalrymple taking the ground. Probably could have nearly been a free kick.
Absolutely.
Erlinson gets it to Sterling, gets it out wide to Gallo. So this is what they like, United. They like to try and take the game on, but at the moment they are closed down by Kerang. Eventually Sterling has to kick long and high. Couldn't mark Saville, but he got a high one from the contest, and eventually United through Jared Skinner will go inside 50.
Skinner's kick long, raking kick goes over the back of Armand Watkins, who will get a free kick, unrealistic attempt, and Armand Watkins absolutely has to kick this goal. Goodness me, 27 minutes in, and this is just desperation. Matty, just for our listeners, no breeze. Kickable, absolutely kickable for Watkins. Got 5 or 6 last week. Needs to kick through the footy here though. Cannot deviate, has to kick it hard through the footy. Gets it, bends the knee. Armand Watkins pulls the kick across, minor score. Happens when you bend the knee a little bit. 8 goals for 52. And United 2 behind.
Sean Hunter now bring the ball back into play for Kerang. He goes short into the pocket, finds Lockie Ross, and takes the mark. So Ross now. Not a lot to kick to, so goes back towards Sean Hunter, marks defensive goal square. They'll come out the social club side of the ground. That's not a great kick from Sean Hunter, straight up in the air. Matt Watkins now gives a little 1-2 with Campbell Everett, gets it back, goes inside 50, little chiselling ball, wanted 3 gold, went through his hands. Now big and little handball forward for Erlinson, missed the target though. Marty Kelly, long handball out wide to Jesse Clark, and the Blues can run off half back.
Marty Kelly did not even look there, he just knew innately that Jesse Clark would be there. Was Clark down the ground, drills the ball in the middle of the ground to Josh Nitsky. The speedster is off, kick off the inside of the boot, picked up by Skinner, gives it to O'Neill. O'Neill wants to link up handball, gets it to Joel Walsh. Haven't seen a lot of him because he's carrying a bit of a leg. He's kicked across the ground in front. The ball comes to the ground by Klingon and it's off and running, and that is the Kerang side.
It is Riley Smith, eventually ran down from behind by Riley Daniels, but eventually got the kick to Nitsky, who went inside 50, but O'Neill with the spoil, goes back, picks it up, has time, almost has too much time, didn't know what to do with it, gets it to Stokes in the middle of the ground, who gives it off to Walsh, who was running past, and Bigham takes a nice slip catch down low, but the siren's going to beat him and his side. Then at quarter time, it is all Kerang. 8-4-52. That's right, 8 goals for 52. They lead 9-9 West United, 2 straight behinds. A 50-point margin at the first break in favour of the Blues. Don't go anywhere. All the second quarter action from the preliminary final to come on the other side of this break. 3SH Central Murray Live.
Lions have hit the scoreboard. 5 goals, 1-31. Now a quarter time score, locked and loaded.
Second quarter brought to you by Every Stitch Counts. Here's Noel Watson.
Absolutely, be careful with the scoreboard. Here we go. And it is 8-4 plays 2 behind. The Blues are in front. It's Kerang under pressure here though as the ball goes forward for the Demons, but the big call at the back says leave it. And mark taken Centre half back for the Blues as they try and reset.
So Lockie Ross it is who has it for Kerang. Hasn't got a lot to kick to, so decides to go straight up the middle of the ground. And why wouldn't you when Caleb Nitsky presents like that? Takes the mark on the chest. Again, the shortest way home, high up and under kick. Not the best one though. Sets Riley Smith a task, and equal to it though is Jaden Sterling, who marks for the Demons and gives it off to Dom Gallo.
Gallo outside centre wing. The Demons having to work right around the outside, but keeps it to absolutely nowhere. And Lockie Ross just cleans up across the back of the pack. Takes the footy off the ground, kicks the ball wide. Daniels has got a chance for the Demons here. The ball's carried through the pack. Big tackle applied. Goes to ground. The umpire says, no, give it to me, boys. Oh, for a fleeting moment, the Demons thought they had a chance, but wrapped up in a big, strong tackle from Josh Hahn.
So ball now, attacking 50 for United. Erlinson doing the ruck work, does the roving as well. Feeds a handball out to Stokes, puts the afterburners on. Is this the first one for the Demons? It is! So Jared Stokes gets their first of the afternoon. It does come in the second quarter. They go to 1-2-8. They trail Kerang 8-4-52, and that is on the Every Stitch Count scoreboard.
Compliments of Maccas in Swan Hill. The Ultima 10-9-69 defeated McCorner 6-10-46. The reserves went the way of Ultima 10-13-73 over McCorner 6-6-42. Back in the centre of the ground. Speaking of Stokes, he has the footy. Gets the ball out wide. Lang just pushes the ball forward. Anywhere at all. Someone can run onto it. They can't. At the back it's O'Neill for the Demons. Stokes goes in again, trying single-handedly, gets it down now to Erlinson. Erlinson back to O'Neill. What a teammate under all sorts. That was Zach Threadgold. Threadgold put his hands out and then got absolutely smashed. The ball goes to ground and the ball just forward the centre ground for the Blues.
It was a bit of a case of here your problem now as Threadgold comes out to Stokes, misses by hand. Brenham, United, they've got time, they've got the runner out wide in Shabbat, who feeds a little handball over the top towards Sterling. Saville there, Sterling left it behind, just working it forward. United, they've got it up towards half forward. Now Daniels, he had his handball smothered. Lang, cool, calm under pressure, just puts it on the boot, up and under. Caleb Nitsky couldn't take the mark, did well at ground level though, did Nitsky. But there's no one home for the Blues, and O'Neill marks at half back for United.
Demons space on the outer side. Gallo had plenty of the footy early, kicks the ball out further, goes looking for a teammate on the burst. It's Davison. Kane needs to hit a target, Got absolutely nowhere near doing that. And Lockie Ross again cleans up. Quick hands to Hunter, and the Blues are bursting off half back.
They certainly are. Comes now to Hahn, who goes down the line looking for Adam Hunter. Tries to keep it in, did really well there, Hunter. Got it to Dalrymple, who just couldn't quite get the hand on the ball. Eventually, Everett with a little toe poke. Might have got one high there, did Everett, but umpire says no, play on. Both going for the footy. And we'll have a ball centre wing, far side of the ground.
Compliments of Maccas in the North Central. The thirds went the way of Bourne 11-7-73, Sanana 5-3-33. The Rezzies to the Tigers, Sealing and Daly 12-8-80 over Nullawall 7-4-46.
So ball now on the wing, a little handball inboard, finds Gillingham, who gets it further on to Nitsky, who's been really good in the first quarter. Kick up towards true centre half forward position, bouncing ball now, running on to the end of it was Caleb Nitsky. Little handball though, didn't go anywhere, only as far as Mitch Grinham, who gets it to Shadbolt, has to go backwards to Sterling by hand, who goes down the line to Braden Bingham, who marks centre wing on the Social Club side of the ground.
Bingham wants to keep the transition forward going if he possibly can, does. The ball comes out the back of the pack, Regan not able to get onto it. The ball spinning around, now's a chance for Daniels, gets the handball of Armand Watkins. Daniels gets it back, hot potato, I don't want it, you take it, too late, over the line and out of bounds. A big tackle applied by Gregor Knight, and over the line went Riley Daniels.
And an A-grade score thanks to Macca's Swan Hill, and at quarter time it is Swan Hill 13 leading the Mallee Eagles 12. There's Bigham now, feeds a handball out to Saville, who has space, wants a teammate to present him. Walsh, who takes the mark! Inside 50, and Walsh with a Swan Hill higher mark of the day. Contender will go back and look for the Demons second. So Walsh, big kick here for United, on its way, he's missed. So through for a minor score, 139 the Demons. They trail Kerang 8-4-52, and that is on the Every Stitch Counts scoreboard.
Tell you what it has done too, it's brought Nick O'Neill into the game, giving him a role, lets him have a good look at the footy coming down, because we know he can read and intercept, and he's been good in the opening part of this quarter. The kick from the back half comes out the way of Tyson Klingon. Left foot, Klingon gets it back to Clark. Clark gives it back to Klingon. Klingon wants the handball over and goes to Davis. It goes back to Jesse Clark, who looks down the ground, wanted to go inboard, but sees Lang getting down. Big pack. The ball comes to ground at the back as they stand in. Ruckman and Gibbs gives it across, and the Demons under all sorts of pressure here. Erlandson has the footy. Clever. Gives it over to O'Neill, who unloads from half back to half.
He does, goes long. They need a mark because they had Kane Davidson all on his own in the middle of the ground screaming for it. They've turned it over, however, Smith. 1-2 with Marty Kelly, gets it back to Smith. And there's the third one back to Kelly. He wanted Smith again, that's holding the ball. Stokes will get it for the Demons. And they've certainly lifted their intensity, Matt, in this second quarter.
Kick across the ground was by Harrop. It's to centre half forward. A good desperate effort in the middle of the ground there by Davison. Gets the ball out wide. Bolton has a mark outside the 50. Out of the mark will go forward to 50. Just asking the umpire, doing the right thing as to where I stand. You stand right on the white line. Woody. It's Ryan Dillingham on the mark. Now Bolton. Seems to be the goal scoring end back, Curran. Bolton. Got the leg though, he wants to get on the run, he does. Kicks it up and under. He loses a little bit of distance, just going for the extra oomph. And the ball goes off hands through for a minor score. United move on to 1-4, getting right behind. They need the goals, 1-4-10. Kerang 8-4-52. It's a 50-point lead at quarter time.
So Sean Hunter, and he is on kicking duties this afternoon for the Blues. Plays on out of the goal square. Hasn't got a lot to kick to, so there's a little handball over the top to Josh Hunter, who gives a little one further on to Smith, who links up by Josh Nitsky by hand, who has a bounce in the middle of the ground. He can go inside 50, long kick, quick transition to play for the Blues. Pay was held. It'll be a free kick going to Brad Pay against Joel Campbell. And there's a little bit of push and shove going on, but Brad Pay with a well-deserved free kick, and that is just a lovely transition of football for the Blues.
Sublime, Shane, wasn't it? Just sublime. Oh, mate.
It's like they didn't even put out the witches' hats, Matt. They just ran straight up the middle of the ground. So Brad Pay, wanted the handball. Now he's called to play on. This goes long all the way to the line.
Oh, no.
And that is a contender for the Top Storage Solutions goal of the day. He didn't know what to do in the end, Brad Pay. He thought about the handball, thought about the kick, and he just decided, look, I'll just kick it myself. Gets his fifth of the afternoon. They go to 9-4-58. Kerang United 1-4-10, and that is on the Every Stitch Counts scoreboard. Live score still in the Derby Tigers 4 goals, 7-31. Null 4 behind. Todd Jenkins has 2 already on the board. From the centre of the ground, comes out quickly, goes the way of Dom Gallo. Got plenty of footy today. Gets it out wide. Looks for the speed, the leg speed, the unbelievable leg speed of Charlie Bolton. Carries the line, kicks across the ground, wants a player to take a mark, not able to do it. Klingon gets back, shoots the handball over to Jesse Kelly, looks down the ground, and the mark taken by Sean Hunter, who wastes no time and plays on. Well, he only had the ruckman on the mark, so he thought, I think I can beat you, and he did. Kick wasn't the best one though. Everett, off half-back, takes possession for the Demons, gets it off to O'Neill, who goes long, high up and under kick, but sitting underneath it, Lockie Ross, who's been pretty good this afternoon. He feeds the handball off to Jesse Clark.
Clark, one of the link-up handballs through the middle of Nitsky. Just got a handball cover there. The ball comes back in towards Gibbs. Gibbs for the Demons. Kicks long into the forward line. Players jostling. Player held for mine. Goes to the ground. Coming out the back of the pack. Goes Davis. That's the ball close to the line. Over the line and through for a minor score. Well, it's going to be a long day, Matt Curran, if they're going to do it behind. United 1-5-11, Kerang 9-4-58.
Yeah, they just need to find an avenue to go though, the Demons. They're making hard work of it as Hunter now, that's Sean off half-back. As a bounce goes down the line, finds Lang. Lovely handball from the ruckman to Dalrymple. Had to just wait for it. Quick kick inside 50. Taken by Caleb Nitsky around the corner to the goal square. Off hands through for a minor score. They go to 9-5-59, do the Blues. They lead United 1-5-11. 10 minutes gone in the second quarter on the Every Stitch Counts scoreboard.
Lang off and coming on is Troy Davis. Relentless in the ruck here. The kick from the Demons. Hard forward line player. Put up one hand, top one high. That's Bingham Braden. And he'll take the free kick. And relieving free kick too. O'Neill wants it short. Says no, you're covered from behind. Should go down the line according to Jared Skinner. Kicks it a wobbly old kick into the forward line. And that man, the intercept mark is on by Lockie Ross. 2 or 3 already today.
Yeah, just reading the play very well at the moment. Ross setting up behind the ball. He finds Josh Nitsky middle of the ground, wants to switch, puts it out in front of Ryan Gillingham, who says run onto that Woody, can't quite do so. Grinham shuts that down, little chip forward for Kelly, was it marked? No, said the umpire. O'Neill with the spoil now. Saville runs his full measure, in fact it's Gallo, gives the little handball off to Stokes, who runs his full measure before lowering the eyes, spotting up arm at Watkins, dropped the mark, shouldn't have. Goes back, picks it up, now he's claimed that's holding the ball, will be. And there'll be a free kick going the way of Josh Hunter for the Blues at half-back.
Pressure Matty Curran dropped the mark, gave away the free kick. Don't have a look at the board. Who's playing on Sean Hunter, will you? Because at the moment, absolutely nobody can get near him. Just picking up free kicks, kicks wherever he wants. He gets to Gillingham. Gillingham goes through the middle to Clingan. Clingan's been really busy today. Dyson Clingan goes down the middle of the ground.
He does. Finds Jesse Clark. Marks 48 metres from home. So has players all in the middle of the ground as well. Smith's one of those screaming for the ball.
Does Jesse Clark know that's the forward line?
So Clark, he eventually goes to Smith, who says, why didn't you kick it to me a minute earlier? Because I was 15 metres closer to home.
And wouldn't have caught one round the chops.
Exactly. Now Smith runs his full measure from 60. Long kick all the way to the line. Campbell helps it through for a minor score. And the Blues, they go to 9-6-60, leading United 1-5-11 on the Every Stitch Counts scoreboard.
Absolutely a running ride here at the moment. As we mentioned earlier on, it is now Hay 5-2-32 leading Ultima 3-3-21 in the Golden Rivers. Bolton always run a long way. He's got the foot in front of him. Wants to get the delivery line. Walsh gives a little bit of a nudge underneath to Davis. Getting back with some assists here is Josh Hunter. Just happy enough to see the ball go over the line. And umpire Stuart King. We'll wait for the boundary umpire to catch up. In the North Central, Shellacton Daly Tigers 4 goals, 7-31. No one got a goal. They're 1 goal for 10 live score.
So the Demons trailing by 49 points, really needing a goal here at the moment, and we're going to get a secondary throw in.
Compliments of Macca's Josh Jenkins has 3 goals out of the 4 for the Tigers.
So Jenkins, of course, coming off 9 in the semi-final as well against Birchip Watcham, grand final this afternoon. In the North Central and the Golden Rivers, you'll hear all the live scores right here on 3SH Central Murray Live as Kerang worked the ball out of defence, not the best of kicks there from Hunter. He kicked for touch, and it goes over the boundary line and over for a throw-in.
Tyson Clingan, one of the many Kerang players lining up for our Cadiz Mechanical and the 4x4 best on. He's been in everything. Pardon me, in the first half of this game. The ball goes forward. Free kick going away off Kerang over the shoulders of Davis. Doesn't realise it's his and says, oh, I'll go back. Somebody want to come past for the handball? No. Now he's going to have to kick the ball down the ground. Dalrymple is one target if he wants. He has players. Now he gives the handball over to Marty Kelly, who kicks towards centre half forward. And this bloke is really starting to dominate Caleb Nitsky.
He is. Gives the handball off to Gillingham, running past. Long kick inside 50. Tries to find Adam Hunter. Can't do so. Joel Campbell, first man back there for United. He headed straight for the boundary line knowing that it was coming up and got it over so that the Demons can reset deep in defence.
Lockie Ross coming off for a well-earned rest, Matt Curran. minus score, slightly missed. 15 minutes into the second, that's the every stitch count scoreboard, and Kerang move along to 9 goals, 7-61, United 1-5-11, that's right, 1-5-11. 50-point lead as it was at quarter time.
Heavy side might have thought that he jagged that one too, but he was doing a bit of the celebrations. There's the Demons now through Dean Harrop to bring the ball back into play. And doesn't got a lot to kick to, but goes short towards Grenon, goes over his head, mark taken by Hall. He goes back inside 50, goes short. O'Neill with the spoil, Marty Kelly doing the roving. Dalrymple's down, might be hurt. There's Hunter, Adams slots the goal for the Blues. That's their 10th, they go to 10-7-67. They lead United 1-5-11. Adam Hunter gets his second, and that is on the every stitch count scoreboard.
Compliments of Macca's live scores. Sealand and Daly Tigers 5 goals 7, starting to dominate. No little 1 goal 5. But I'm going to give a mention here to some a couple of blokes who don't get much of a mention in the footy. The goal umpires. Gee, they've been in the great positions, haven't they? Yeah, well, they've been getting good, getting in the right positions from the centre of the ground. The ball goes forward from Stokes, finds a good player in Bolton, goes backwards with his hand, puts his teammate under all sorts of pressure though, that was Gallo, gives it back across the ground, the ruckman not able to get there. In fact, Troy Davis was able to, comes out the back, a chance for the Demons through Saville. Saville has the 40, almost run down, it's a scrubber of a kick into the forward line. Chaos football, who can get back? Can it be the Demons? It can be Armand. Watkins has got it, shoots the ball out wide, a chance on the outside here. Saville with the 40, Saville has gone across and kick them line up. 1 goal 6, United 12, Kerang 10-7-67, every stitch count scoreboard. This is 3 Central Murray Live, 17 gone, second quarter.
So Clark now kicks the ball in short to Sean Hunter, who's right in the pole position to be the Cordenas Mechanical 5x5 player of the day. As Hahn runs onto the loose ball, kicks it afield to heavy side, runs inside 50, shot at goal, goes across the face and through for a minor score. They go to 10 goals, 8-68 Kerang. They lead United 1-6-12 on the every stitch count scoreboard as we approach time on in the second term.
Interestingly there to me, I don't think he was all that comfortable having a shot at goal. What do you think, Matty? Ball on the outside here, 3 goal hazard, gets it over to a teammate outside centre wing, the Demons, too slow for mine. Having said that, if they take risks, the Blues like this, chopping them off at the knees, and Josh Nitsky, we know he's a power runner, he's on the outside centre wing, taking an easy one.
So Nitsky now decides to go back to Davis at half back, pick the pocket there was Matt Watkins. Now wants Walsh to lead up to him, doesn't quite get to him on the full. Walsh, Davis right there with him. And the Kerang again with the numbers going to mop up Jardine. Little handball out wide out towards Davis, who just juggled it. Eventually comes back to Jardine, who juggled it as well. Matt Watkins put the head down. Got a high one. The umpire said you ducked into it. And it will be a ball up half forward for United.
Regan Knight on the other side, there was one that got that football out wide. Marty Kelly coming across, another experienced player for the Kerang side. Speaking of that, the ruck taken here for them, goes straight back in under. And as Shane has just mentioned, 20 minutes into this, the second quarter. It's 10-8-68 Kerang. The Demons 1-6-12 on the every stitch count scoreboard.
So Nitsky now from the clearance, little handball back into traffic to Jardine. His handball found Marty Kelly eventually, who just hacks it forward, long kick up towards heavy side, who works his opponent under the ball. In fact, he worked him too far under the ball, said the umpire, you pushed him. And it'll be Jared Skinner off half-back, just quickly around the ground, thanks to Macca's. Swan Hill in the A-grade netball, Swan Hill 30, leading the Mallee Eagles 26 at half-time.
Big mark at centre-half, forward by Erlandson, all played on, gone. Big contender for the Swan Hill high mark of the day, but then lost it. And again, it's Klingon who's got the football out on the burst to the outer side.
He does, goes wide. Spots up heavy side there, centre wing, far side of the ground. He goes short to Riley Smith. Skinner standing the mark, doesn't let him pass. He goes wide out towards Lang on the lead, who marks right on attacking 50, maybe too far out to score. Lowers the eyes into the pocket towards Hahn, who can't quite take the mark. Getting back there now is Campbell Everett for United, looking to mop up. Hasn't got anyone to kick to. Had to just hack it up towards half-back. And it's Threadgold's handball, missed the target. Lang intercepts it, gets it to Kelly. Little one inside 50, but Kane Davidson sitting in the hole takes the mark for the Demons.
Davidson has the footy, should go wide, does go wide, looking at the Gallo, finds Gallo, been busy, has the footy, 6s and 7s what to do with it though, goes across the ground to the outer side. I think the Kerang boys will mind if the Demons hold it out there all day because they've got a massive lead. The kick down the ground, taken by Skinner, centre wing, and Skinner comes through the middle of the ground.
He does, long kick inside 50, Erlandson, the target goes over his head, Ross reads it better, takes the mark in defence. And he goes short, finds Caleb Nitsky, who marks true centre half back position for the Blues.
Lockie Ross having a purple patch this quarter, Matty Curran. Blues have the footy in front, just not able to get it cleanly out the back as Hall has ridden into the ground. Just wanted a little bit of a shepherd, but the ball didn't sit correctly for him. And Adam Hunter, and he see the ball go over the line as we see coming back onto the ground. Mitch Brennan for the Demons.
Ball tossed back into play. We're going to get another boundary throw in here as Lang and Gibbs to do the ruck work for their respective teams. Late stages here in this second term. It is Kerang leading by 56 points as Nitsky puts the afterburners on and runs into the open goal.
Oh, what a goal.
Josh Nitsky, he gets his first of the afternoon. They go to 11-8-74, the Blues. United 1-6-12 on the Every Stitch Count scoreboard, and Nitsky with a Top Storage Solutions goal of the day contender.
Around the Grand Commons of Macca's in the North Central, it's the Tigers. Sea Lake 5 goals, 8-38, leading Nullarbor 2-5-17. And in the Golden Rivers, Hay, live scores 5-3-33, lead Ultima 4-4-28. Josh Jenkins has 3 out of the 5 for the Tigers. He's now kicked 4, and Nully are 35 points down.
So from the centre clearance now, Gillingham's kick was smothered. Davidson was the first one back there. It's a little handball forward. Hahn goes back in, picks up the contested ball, little kick forward, tries to find Hall, getting back there with the score though was Skinner. Eventually getting onto the end of it is Erlandson, who goes short to Saville, went all the 15.1 metres, gives it to Bingham, who goes inside 50. Daniels couldn't take the mark off hands, Threadgold back there, little handball forward, tried to find Walsh, but Hunter, he looks to mop up Jardine though, he had his handball smothered. Eventually, they were able to clear out a defensive 50 though, the Blues, but it might be coming back.
It should be because the numbers favour the Demons from half forward. Big kick, long kick, accurate, no, off the hands of the pack, comes to the front of the pack. Walsh tried to get the secondary shot at it. He's on hands and knees. Plenty of Kerang players, plenty of Demons. Central umpire sitting out the back, the ball squirts out the front. Players from both sides just throwing themselves in. Quick kick into the centre of the ground, and again it should be the Demons who pick it up.
So Davidson it is, at half back, needs to find an option inside 50. Erlandson it is, takes the mark. 45 from home, directly in front of goal for United. And he needs to go back and put this one through for the Demons. We trail at the moment by 62 points, 24 and a half minutes gone in the final term. Erlandson for United second. He doesn't like it as well, he might. He's missed everything. It's out of bounds on the full.
Tired legs already, Matty Curran. It's hot out there. Gillingham kicks across the ground. Well, there were 2 Blues players there. Gillingham puts his hand up and says, no, my fault, because the mark has been kicked off here by Zach Threadgold, who will have a very easy shot at goal. I think Gillingham has been a little bit cheeky there trying to come in board, Matt. But no. Zach. I don't think he needs us to tell us it needs to be kid. Zach, third goal. Off the boot, the goal umpire does plenty. A lot of work, in fact. Minor score again, racking them up here, the United side. They are 1 goal, 7-13, but Kerang 11-8, 74. Deep into time on the second quarter on the Every Stitch Counts scoreboard.
Of course, you're listening to 3SH Central Murray Live, the winner of this afternoon's game, which, well, let's be honest, it's looking very much like Kerang will go through to play Balranald in the grand final next weekend. Straight up the middle goes the Blues as Skinner onto the end of the loose ball, gets it to O'Neill, who tried to find Bingham, got through his hands. Same too with Skinner. Gallo goes back to O'Neill, who's been pretty good in this second quarter for United. Long kick inside 50. Walsh has a couple to beat, can't do so. Front of the pack, thread goal. Bolton, little handball out to Stokes. Goes one way, then the next, has the kick smothered. And the Blues through Josh Hahn with a high up and under kick to centre wing.
I agree, they look a lot better than the Demons with O'Neill at centre half back, just providing some height and some marking power and a little bit of direction. Well, here's a little bit of luck because it's a soccer off the ground and it's been marked by Jared Stokes about 40 metres out from the Demons' goal. Absolutely, just got run off his feet. Roller skates early were the Blues. Stokes. Jared. Very considered in his run-up. Likes it off the boot. The goal umpire goes across, taps himself, and again the minor score. It is Kerang, 11-8, 74. I forget they were 50 points up at quarter time. They're leading United 1-8-14. This is Central Murray Live. We've got live scores. The Tigers, Sea Lake 6-8-44 lead, Nullarbor 3-5-23. Couple of them at Knackers.
So ball now brought back into play. Ross Marks at the back. And all too easy there from Sean Hunter with the kick in to Lockie Ross, who hasn't got a lot on offers, probably just waiting for the time to tick down towards half-time. Tries to get around Grenham on the mark, couldn't do so. Eventually got the handball away, probably lucky not to be caught for holding the ball as Daniels. Little handball backwards to Sterling, who tries to find up a teammate inside as the siren sounds to end the first half. And to be honest, putting the Demons out of their misery. 74 points, Kerang leading United 14, 11-8, 74 to 1-8-14. A 60-point margin at the main break of the preliminary final. Don't go anywhere. The halftime show with thanks to the Guardian Swan Hill to come on the other side of this break on 3SH Central Murray Live.
That's actually a 10.
Grand finals right throughout the afternoon here on 3SH Central Murray Live. Third quarter brought to you by the Euston Club Resort. Here's Noel Watson.
Nick Land gets the yard palmed down, but it's sharked across the back of the pack by Saville, who's been good. Good last week, continued on this week, just needs some teammates to help him. Again, though, it's the Blues across half back, kicked down the ground by Hunter. Sean to half forward. Not able to get on the end of it, there was Dalrymple. Again, O'Neill gets the handball forward, looks for Gallo, gives it back, under pressure, but it's going to come out the back, and Gallo again gets that football going forward.
He does, tries to find Stokes by hand, just had to wait for it though. Tried to get it back to Davidson. They've ended up mucking around with it a little bit too much here, the Demons. Almost turned it over. Davidson goes back in. Lovely handball there from Saville. Releases Skinner. So through the middle of the ground they go long inside 50. Walsh at the back. Couldn't take the mark. Ross off hands, looking to clean up. Finds Josh Hahn at the half-back flank.
Gee, even Saville was clever through that pack. Didn't even hesitate. Just drilled the handball out. Unfortunately for him, it's the Blues who've got the footy at half-back. Gillingham comes across. Quick hands through the middle of the ground by Davis. The kick out wide. Player on the end of it here is Dalrymple. Advantage playing. You've got Kelly loose if he wants to. Calls him to come forward. Does. That's Marty Kelly. Has the football on a string. Should go over the top. Does. Wants Smith to run on it. The ball's going to carry the pack. Hands out the back. Smith will be the target. No, he won't. They go one further than Nitsky. Josh from the centre of the ground. Josh Nitsky. Minus score. Kerang 11-9, 75. United 1-8-14. It looked good for the Demons, but the Kerang boys just snuffed them out.
So Joel Campbell now to bring the ball back into play. Runs his full measure, goes short towards Gallo, who just marks in front of Marty Kelly. Wanted to go, thought better of it. In fact, let's be honest, he did go, and the umpire allowed him to go back, which is probably fortunate. He goes down the line, over the head of Bingham and Anderson. Bingham with a one hand, tries to go back and pick it up, eventually does, it comes to him. Little handball backwards for Stokes, who has time, goes wide, looking for Ahmet Watkins, looks to turn Hunter, can't quite do so. Hunter closed him down, that was Josh. Gregor Knight just slapped it straight towards the boundary, and over for a boundary throw 35 metres around from goal for the Demons.
Someone suggested earlier in the day that might have been deliberate, Matt. Allowed to do that on margins like this.
There was one also, it's all square and even.
It is, exactly right. Lang from the ruck where gets the ball down. Pickens inboard there by Hall. Hayden, the ball comes down the ground to O'Neill, who, as we mentioned, second quarter was really good. Again, starting well in this, the third quarter at centre half. Kicks deep into the forward line, looking for Erlinson. Erlinson traps the 40. Erlinson out of the pack. Erlinson's had a shot on goal. Erlinson likes it. There's the second for the Demons. Great individual effort by Alex Erlinson. United 2 goals, 20, but it's Kerang 11-9-75. Houston Club Resort scoreboard. Goal of the day contender.
It's almost the way they don't really want to enter the forward 50 though, isn't Matt? That long ball, it just allows Kerang to pick it off. So, back in the middle of the ground, Gibbs and Lang. Gibbs with the tap, gets it to Davidson, tried to get it to Saville, but had the handball smothered, comes back to Lang, who goes with a high up and under kick towards Hunter, who takes the mark inside 50 for the Blues. As Campbell Everett slaps to the ground, and Adam Hunter will look for the quick reply for Kerang. So Hunter, you're right Matt, was out in front of him, allowed him to run onto the ball. Looking for his third of the afternoon. Kicked one in the first, kicked one in the second, and he has not kicked one in the third just yet. Through for a minor score, 11-10-76 the Blues United, 2-8-20, and that is on the Houston Club Resort scoreboard.
Demons out from half back. Matt Gibbs has the ball, gives the handball over to the running player with Saville, who goes wide, finds Erlinson. Erlinson looks down the ground, wants Walsh to lead up, does, but the big fist came from behind then by Davis. Coming through, it's Clark, gets the ball back in toward Davis. Player in underneath, rolling with the football, not able to get it out, now does, but again, numbers favour Kerang. I tell you what, the Demons are having a bit of a crack here at the moment. Really diving in hard, lifting the ratings here a little bit, Matt Curran.
So offense now, Hunter, that was Sean, his handball, intercepted, tried to find heavy side, couldn't do so. We'll have another ball up, attacking 50 for United. Looking for their second goal of the quarter, but unfortunately it will just be their third goal of the game. Davidson got one high, it should be a free kick, will be. So here's their opportunity now, Matt. Davidson, little handball off to O'Neill, who wants to go long and high towards the goal square. Couple of Blues back there, off hands. Walsh couldn't take the mark, goes through for a minor score, 2-9-21 to Kerang, 11-10-76, and that is exactly what you were talking about, Matt Curran.
The other interesting part to me is why give it to Nick O'Neill, who's just ambled across from half back. It's just, well, other than that, it belies belief. From the fullback zone, it is a lovely weighted kick from the Kerang fullback there in Hunter. Mine's a teammate, called the play on the outer side, which they do. Half back to half forward, go the Blues.
They do. Lang with a lovely strong pack mark. It's one of the high marker that they contender, wheels and goes inboard to Nitsky. He couldn't quite take the mark, but did the roving, got it off to heavy side, high up and under kick, Brad Pay underneath it, just worked underneath by Joel Campbell, who comes out wide to Braden Bingham, who can put the afterburners on and run along the centre wing.
His problem was where to go with it. He handballs inboard to Stokes. Stokes wants to give it back to Bingham. Bingham's got heat, plenty of heat. The ball coming underneath from Hall. Hall gets it out the back to Smith. Wants a teammate at the back, has one. Gets a little depth handball over to Josh Hahn. And correct through the middle. Build again.
They do. Jesse Clark goes up towards Dalrymple, just sits it out in front of him, has to try to beat Grinham. Grinham right there with him, a little tug of the jumper. Yes, umpire says free kick. Going the way of Dalrymple, who goes short. Jesse Clark kept running, not 15, said the umpire. Back to Dalrymple by hand. Goes inside 50, looking for Caleb Nitsky. Doesn't quite make it on the full as O'Neill gives it off to Charlie Bolton.
Bolton gives the quick hands over the top to the youngster in Grinham. Grinham goes back inboard to O'Neill. O'Neill quick hands back through the middle to Everett. Everett has to get rid of it, does, and again the Demons are able to build off half back. He's just not able to score. And Jared Skinner goes wide to the outer side.
He does. Matt Watkins just worked his opponent under the ball, got back to the drop zone but couldn't quite take the mark. And he's closed down. We'll have the ball up centre wing, far side of the ground, with the Blues leading 76-21.
Lang starting to take over in the rough clearances, gets the ball wide, comes to Gillingham, who lowers the eyes, kicks down the ground to Hunter. Oh, the bigger tackle applied, and the free kick in fact will go against Hunter. Goes the way of the comes across the ground, and the Demons can build across the back half.
They do. Shadbolt comes out wide to Joel Campbell, who marks the opposite defensive pocket. They come down the Social Club side of the ground. Sterling runs onto the loose ball, little chip forward, finds Erlinson. Matt Watkins wants it deep. He goes longer than that towards Walsh, towards the goal square. Can't take the mark. Davis with the spoil does the roving as well. Handball straight to thread goal though. Eventually comes out. Matt Watkins had his kick smothered. Falls to Walsh. Goes backwards to Sterling. Missed him by hand. Did he get a high one? No. In the back. Take your pick, said the umpire. And Jaden Sterling will have the shot at goal for United. Certainly is.
In discussion with the umpire about it.
It is a lengthy discussion, and I would suggest probably not going to get the desired result that you really want to, Will Davis, but it is with Sterling, who has to kick it and doesn't. Misses. Offline and through for yet another minor score for United. 2-10-22. The Demons. Kerang 11-10-76, and that is on the Euston Club Resort scoreboard. Been playing 10 minutes in the third term.
Live score in the North Central, it's the Tigers 7 goals 9-51 have not advanced, nor have Nullarbor 4-5-29. So the Tigers in front. Live scores in the North Central Footy League. From fullback, they're kicking in beautifully too, by the way. Sean Hunter gets distance, really good distance toward the centre wing. Players from both sides up. Coates goes right, goes left in the end. A little bit of body work required. The two number 10s come together, but it's Alex Erlinson who gets it away. Quick hands over the top to O'Neill. O'Neill's kick, a scrubber, puts a lot of pressure on these forwards through the middle of the ground. Not able to get it. In fact, the ball just bobbles around, and players from both sides converge. Umpire says, hey, hand it over to me, and we will start proceedings again shortly. There's Del Ripple just a little slow to get up there, Michael. Cop on in the rollover, I think.
Nearly landed on the footy, I think, perhaps, and just had the wind taken out of him somewhat. But ball in the middle of the ground, ball up as Lang with the tap down, tried to find Ninsky. Bingham with the clearance, starting as far as Smith, whose little handball over the top was very, very clever to Dalrymple. Goes backwards to Gillingham, who eventually sends it up towards half forward. Coates has to wait for the ball. Grinham from behind did really well. Takes possession, has to get rid of it now. Does, said the umpire. Coming in hard and low was Bolton, couldn't take possession, but he's quickly claimed, and we'll have a ball up half forward for the Blues as we have a full-time score thanks to Macca Swan Hill coming in from the A-grade netball. And the Mallee Eagles, Noel, they have come back once again.
There you go.
Just not enough.
Not enough.
59-54, the Swans, they are through to the grand final where they'll play Lake Boga next weekend.
What an effort there by Troy Coates, Matty Carroll on the outside. One of the senior players for Kerang. kick down the ground for the Demons, goes into the forward line, players from both sides. Now Walsh just got it off his shins, comes up to a teammate in Fred Gold, Zach, an inside out kick, looking for Arlen Watkins. He wasn't able to get onto it. Clark, besieged by Demons. The ball goes to ground. I think the umpire's going to call for another ball up. So plenty happening on that outer side. No movement at all in either the North Central or the Golden Rivers for the two grand finals.
So ball now tapped down arm at Watkins, trying to go back and find Bingham, who got it to thread goal. High up and under kick, Saville sitting underneath it, takes the mark, Lux a fortune. And he's marked 25 metres out from goal, almost directly in front for United.
0-1. That's right.
So Saville. Well, they haven't had much luck so far this afternoon, the Demons. They'll take what they can get at the moment.
2-10 they've kicked.
Really need to make sure of this one, does Ethan Saville. He's had a really good final series, a couple of good games against Lake Boga and Warraneen. So far, hasn't been one of his better performances, but that might be about to change because he's put that one through for the Demons there. They go to 3-10-28. Kerang 11-10-76. And that is on the Euston Club Resort scoreboard. Matt Curran, thanks to Mawson's Concrete.
It's interesting they bring Saville off. I would have got Saville to a forward pocket. And brought Walsh off, but just try to get a little bit of chaos ball in there. Yeah, I know they brought Davidson on United, but just leaving down there from the centre of the ground, coming out wide, it is the Blues. Almost a possession for Matty Curran, true centre wing. But Smith's gone and robbed our player, man on the ground, of a possession, and the ball goes inboard. Quick hands over top by Josh Hand. Gives it over to Klingon, been busy early. Lovely delivery, lays out, pushing the back, no pun is the call. The ball comes out the back. Teamwork. Hayden Hall runs onto it, gives it over to the goal kicker in Pay. Oh, don't tell me, Brad Pay. Brad Pay from between centre half and full forward just curls it around the body. Cool as a cucumber in a Sunday salad. 12 goals, 10-82. Kerang United, 3 goals, 10-28. And Brad Pay has 6 for the game so far. News hot off the press, boys. Shane O'Shea, of course, our North Central correspondent, has been made a life member of the North Central Football Netball League. Amazing stuff. Well done, Shane.
Certainly is, yes. Congratulations to Shane as Threadgold now gets it off to Stokes, who was running past by hand as Matt Watkins had possession but couldn't break the tackle. And we've found a free kick. It's going to go the way of Josh Hunter for the Blues, who wastes no time and spots up Sean Hunter in between wing and half-back.
They're doing a kicking in today for the Blues, so it's come in board fight by Gillingham. Gillingham can chip it over to Klingon. Klingon's been busy, wants to go right, decides to go left, which is his favourite side, comes down out wide and finds Gregor Knight, who delivers to centre wing.
He does. Spots up Josh Hahn on the lead, marks on the chest. Again, wasting no time, gets it forward, looking for Hunter, goes over his head, worked underneath it by O'Neill. Josh Nitsky, first one back there, picks up the loose ball, hard against the boundary, little centering ball to the coaching Coates, who takes possession, slung out the back by Harrop. Umpire said play on, probably in the end didn't want to make a decision, it was either holding the ball or holding the man, but in the end, each of two, as it eventually works its way out the back to Joel Campbell, who will look to clear for the Demons.
Campbell normally goes short with his kick, but on this occasion Kane Davison is the target and the recipient. Davison looks inboard, danger lurking! Stokes was about to get cleaned up by Marty Kelly. Marty Kelly just thought, no, I've got a grand final, I'll wait.
Comes out wide to thread goal, that's Nick, who goes down the line looking for Walsh. Jardine right there with him. Walsh goes to ground, Jardine wins the ball. Little handball backwards to Ross. Just all too easy at the moment, although Ross's kick, he has put it out into the car park, and it will be a free kick to United going the way of Nick Threadgold.
Speaking of car park, there's a few spots out there now when you consider the scoreline. 3-10-28 United, but Kerang 12-10-82, and a few of the diehards have up and gone already, waiting for the ball to be brought back in. So they're fishing out from under the car over there. And just quickly around the grounds, you see Lake Nandali Tigers 7-10, Nullawal 5-5, so good lead to the Tigers. And it is the Hay Lions 7-5-47 leading Ultima 5-8-38 as the kick has been marked here for Kerang. And the short kicking it on to Marty Kelly, who takes a really strong mark. That's a contender for our Sonny High mark of the day.
So Marty Kelly been very good this afternoon. He comes wide to Gregor Knight. In opposite back pocket, he goes short to Gillingham. They've worked it up to half back, have the Blues. It's Gillingham now. Back into the middle of the ground to Troy Davis, so the veterans working it amongst themselves. Eventually comes out wide to Sean Hunter, who has plenty of time to run on the loose ball and chip it ahead to Riley Smith.
Riley Smith could have taken a bounce and gone around early, so decides to kick it down long. Play on is the call at the back of the pack. Troy Coates has the footy, squares it unselfishly. Caleb Nitsky on the end. Coates, clever. Caleb Nitsky obviously called loud enough for him to be spotted, and has a shot on goal. Kerang just using the ball better, Matty Curran, aren't they? Nine-goal lead at the moment to the Blues. Waiting. Taking plenty of time with the shot. Likes it off the boot. Score line increases by another goal. Kerang 13-10-88. And that is over the United side 3-10-28. Here's the Club Resort scoreboard.
The Demons, they've had a fair passage of play for this third quarter, but the margin is back out to the same as it was at half-time. A 60-point lead in favour of the Blues. They will be going through to the grand final next week, and Ethan Saville will receive the free kick as he was pushed in the middle of the ground. Saville now hasn't got much to kick to. In the end, is going to have to go long towards Ahmet Watkins, who has two to beat. Good effort, couldn't do so though. Off hands, Hunter found a free kick. I think it's a throw, and it'll be going to United and Ahmet Watkins to receive it.
He thought, Josh Hunter thought, no, I've got to touch on it, but the umpire was probably in a reasonable position, Matt, too, on that back end of the pack.
Again, kicking long inside 50 or a 2-on-1 map with the numbers out favouring them. So Ahmet Watkins, kick on its way, looking for his first. And he might have found it, he has. United, they go to 4-10-34. They trail Kerang 13-10-88. Approaching time on in the third term on the Eastern Club Resort scoreboard.
That is an extension of the tale of woe we mentioned going forward. 4 separate goal kickers for 4 goals today for the United side. Ahmet Watkins is getting slaughtered by his teammates in one way, isn't he? And they've done it very well. Marty Kelly just dived in on top and has just sat there and waited for the umpire to blow the decision, and did. Giving it against him, the quick hands out the back goes to Jared Skinner, who kicks with the left boot down to Ahmet Watkins. Gets off the chain, gets out wide, and the mark has been taken by Ahmet Watkins. Well, mirror image, if you like, Matty Curran, opposite side of the ground. Ahmet Watkins to take full advantage. Gee, this would be a fair turn of events. Kick 2 in a row. We know he's a goal kicker. Very considered approach. Kicks up and under, leans across, not going to carry the distance. Oh, there's a mark in the middle, there's a free kick now, a push, a real push out, and it will go the way of the Blues. And the kick across the ground by Davis gets it more clear on the outer side. The Blues want more leverage. They've got Smith short, and will they give it to him? If they get it over the top, they can. Now they can, and Smith will be off and running.
So Smith now, he goes short in the end to heavy side, who marks half back for the Blues, far side of the ground. He goes down the line, and taking the mark there for Kerang is Hall, who again hasn't got a lot to kick to, but goes short back to heavy side, a little chip in board. They're looking in the middle as there's not a lot on offer, so they take the safe option instead, go out wide and find Michael Dalrymple centre wing on the lead.
Dalrymple got busy early, just well, not necessarily faded, but just had some of his teammates starting to come into the game. Gets the ball squared up. This time they'll go long, Kerang, and do toward the scoreboard on the outside ball. Thumped over the line. The target was going to be Lang. Let's go off the hands of the pack, and the central indicates for the man who knows. Throw it in on the outer side. We have played 22 and a half into the third. Kerang 13-10-88, United 4-10-34, Euston Club Resort scoreboard. Secondary boundary throw in, or just a little awry.
Is Kerang now, late stages of this third term. They will be through to the grand final, where they will play Balranald next Saturday. And that promises to be, if it's anything like last weekend's game, a very entertaining contest. Kerang, they are back up and about and are back in town, there's no doubt about that, as Davis almost threw Gibbs out of the ruck work. Taking possession of the ball there for the Blues was Dalrymple, and he's taken the ground by Nick O'Neill, and we'll get another ball up about 40 metres from goal for Kerang.
Kerang into attack deep into this, the third quarter. Game over? Absolutely. Game on? In some respects it still is, because the Demons are showing a little bit of fight. The kick goes forward, marked here though for them, the Demons, by Joel Campbell, who again goes wide across the ground, looking for the get-out kick, finds one, half-back flank. The broadcast side, now the Demons want to pull the trigger here. They go inboard, dangerous footy, getting back his truck, Davis, who just delivers down the ground, touch, off the boot, shot on goal by Dalrymple, Michael. Oh, they were made to work for that one, Kerang, but they got it in the end. 14 goals, 10-94, Kerang. United 4 goals, 10-34, and Matty Curran just bit off more than they could chew there.
Certainly did. Dalrymple gets his first of the afternoon. The Blues, they get their 14th. And he's back out to a 10-goal margin here as we approach the three-quarter time siren. Can't be long left here in the third term. As Gibbs and Davis again do the ruck work. Down to the feet there of Saville, who takes possession, goes long up towards half forwards. A thread goal, that was Zach, couldn't mark. Jesse Clark looking to mop up for the Blues. He goes across looking for Smith, but over his head, and marking it is Bingham. Gives it off to Davidson, running past the long shot of goal from Kane. Davidson on the run is through for a minor score. 4-11 United 35. Kerang 14-10-94 on the Euston Club Resort scoreboard.
Man, I just can't help but think, how good Ethan Saville has been today. He's really worked hard, hasn't he? Teammates in that first quarter getting overwhelmed. Kerang have the 40, they can come inboard looking for Gillingham, who always seems to find space and always seems to find a target short on the lead, and he does exactly that here through Hayden Ball, who gives it back out to Klingon, and he goes bang with the left boot.
Klingon through the middle of the ground, looking for Davis, good mark, Skinner with the score from behind. Josh Nitsky though, eventually doing the roving, getting it off heavy side as he goes forward to Hunter, who crosses the 50, runs into the opening goal, was dumped after he kicked it, which was probably a little bit silly from Nick O'Neill because he missed it, and he will have another shot at goal, will Sean Hunter. I think the Blues probably, they might want to take the kick back because he has missed it.
Absolutely, yeah, or is he going to pay it down the ground? The umpire, one umpire is saying it's going down the ground.
Well, he can't pay it down the ground because it was a shot at goal, and if they do that, it was a point. So he needs to come back and kick it. He will. And again, just silly there from Nick O'Neill, late on the contest, and didn't need to do it.
joint coach for next year. Didn't want him sitting out for the first 3 or 4 either, Matt.
So Sean Hunter now, we're looking for his first. He makes no mistake this time though. Celebrates with the United crowd who are alongside him in that pocket. And they bring up the 3 figures. 15, 10, 100 the Blues. They lead United 4, 11, 35. And that is on the Euston Club Resort scoreboard.
A couple of teammates, experienced teammates, getting over to pat him on the head and say well done. Troy Davis, Marty Kelly, etc., getting over to make sure he knows they appreciated the effort. Davis does the ruck work, earns enough. Coming out the back of the pack here is Smith. Well, he's sold everybody his right boot, swung onto his left and kicks down the ground, looks for the run and the speed and the control of Josh Hahn. Has the footy in front of him, cleverly taken off the football there by Skinner, who picked the footy up. Now, good, I think, umpiring here. Both boys had a decent crack at it, and the central umpire says, hey, give it to me, we'll ball it up. We are deep into this, the third quarter. 28 minutes gone. Kerang 15, 10, 100. United 4, 11, 35. And live scores at the moment, it is the Tigers, Sea Lake 7, 11, 53. But Nullarbor have kicked back. They've kicked 3 quick goals. 7, 5, 47. It's a 6-point game there. And Hay Lions 7, 7, 49. Lead Ultima 5, 9, 39.
So a couple of close grand finals in the North Central and Golden Rivers. You'll get all the scores as they come to hand as they approach the 3/4 time siren. But in the meantime, United, through Ethan Saville, some really good work there. Worked it up towards half forward where there'll be a ball up with Gibbs and Davis. Again to do the ruck work. Gibbs taps it down, tried to get on the end of it was Bigham. Coming the other way was Sean Hunter, being really good this afternoon. Marty Kelly, handball out to Gillingham, who's claimed an tackle by Gallo and didn't really get rid of the ball. Umpire said it was a throw. That'll be a free kick to Don Gallo, who will take it 55 from home.
Let's drop it short, Matty, if you can find someone.
He's gone a long way back.
Oh, Oscar.
A long way back. He is starting from inside the centre circle. Is Don Gallo. The man on the mark is standing on the 50. Eventually runs around, gets a little bit more distance. Not quite going to get the journey off hands. Front of the pack. Clark tried to run it through, as did Hunter. Daniels is in there as well. Eventually we'll get a ball up. In fact, no, it's through for a minor score. And United, they go to 4 goals, 12-36. They trail Kerang 15, 10, 100 on the Euston Club Resort scoreboard.
Just up next door and tap the timekeepers, would you, Matt, for us? Kicked by Hunter from fullback, goes wide, finds a teammate on the outer side. That teammate is Sam Heavyside, who's really been a contributor. Not starring, but just solid. His kick goes deep on the outer side, drop, play with the call. Through the middle, Gallo. Gets the quick hands over the top. The Demons get it through O'Neill. O'Neill's kicked down into the forward line. Looks for the play on. Just a little push from behind there by Daniel. Sees the ball close to the line. In fact, over the line and out of bounds. Left forward pocket area. The Demons into attack. Very deep into attack.
They certainly are, but they won't get the chance to add to their score. They go into the 3/4 time break, trailing Kerang by 64 points. Third quarter was brought to you by the Euston Club Resort. The Blues, they will be through to the grand final, but we still have the final quarter to come on the other side of this break on 3SH Central Murray. Jason Murphy and Nick O'Neill to take over next year as we're just waiting for one last spectator to leave the arena. And final quarter brought to you by Sid Wilson Auto Electrics. Here's Noel Watson.
Notice John Walsh going to the bench man in Curran, which is just absolutely right. Absolutely, from the ruck work, Stokes quickly, 1-2, gives the ball back in through the middle, trick out to O'Neill, does, has a player wide, didn't decide using that was Daniels, I don't know why, because the kick has just gone straight up and under and makes it easy for the defenders to get onto the end of the footy or cause a ball up. Comes out the back of the pack, United, can they run under it? Gallo can, been busy, gets a kick into the forward line, touch just on the line. Big effort at the back half by one of the contenders for our Denise Mechanical and 4x4 best on in Lockie Ross. And the Demons continue racking up the behinds.
So Gillingham now takes the mark. Still inside defensive 50, goes all the way back to full back. Finds a teammate there in Hunter, who goes back to Sean Hunter. So Josh Hunter to Sean Hunter. Back to Gillingham. They go long down the line up towards centre wing. Adam Hunter underneath it. Couldn't take the mark. Everett with the spoil. Sterling. Hahn a little bit crude there on Sterling. Got him high. And it will be a free kick going to United.
Quick hands out the back to Stokes. Always busy. Kicks down the line. Should suit the defenders again to kick over the back. And that man, Lockie Ross, who pretty much has brought his own footy this afternoon, takes yet another mark in defence for the Blues. Goes short, finds a short lead-up player, in Riley Smith, who plays on and kicks down the centre wing.
He does, goes long, and helping it over the line there is Josh Hahn for a boundary throw in as our boundary rider, thanks to Mawson's Concrete, gets his first touch of the afternoon. And we'll have a boundary throw in centre wing here with the Blues well in control, leading by 63 points.
Clever football from the ruckman, just straight down in front, and the Blues equal to it. It's coming through his heavy side to Smith. The ball loose in the half-forward line. Dalrymple picks it up. Michael picks it up and under, but Joel Campbell goes back and takes another mark and wants to play on, and does, toward the centre of the ground. And here come the Demons through the agency of Zach.
So it comes wide into the middle of the ground though to Stokes, who goes straight up the middle, and again poor kick marked in defence there by Josh Hunter, who's been really good today. He's worn Armand Watkins like a glove, gave him no space at all, and his kick there on that occasion though has gone very wide. It's out of bounds for a boundary throw in centre wing far side on the ground.
Matt, fair to say the fizz has gone out of it. On the ruckwork, the ball out the back, Sam Heavyside just stayed off the pack a little bit, was able to get a little bit of run and kick space, does exactly that, drills the ball across, and here comes Marty Kelly outside half forward flat with the footy.
There is one other thing that's gone out of it, and that's the crowd out of the ground, as there is people leaving aplenty, and the Sterling deep in defence gets the handball across to Skinner, who goes further afield to Daniels. Lovely handball from Riley Daniels to Stokes, whose handball back in the middle of the ground finds O'Neill. This is better for United. Saville, just a worm burner inside 50. Over the back, Erlandson pushed off the ball. Luck's a fortune. Luck is, twice a fortune for Erlandson, because it literally bounced back onto his boot and he socketed it through for a goal. So the Demons get their fifth. They go to 5-13-43. Kerang 15-10-100. And that is on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
And that is not a contender, I would suggest, Brendan. No, as you would. No, too true. Umpire throws the ball aloft, and the boys just leave the ball come down closer to them. They're not going to jump too high. Whilst we wait, Marty Kelly got the ball out wide. Clever through the middle of the ground, go the Blues again. Wants some run on the footy. They just spin out of the pack. Adam Hunter goes deep into the forward line. One hand, Dalrymple across the body, and the score goes on. Kerang 15-11, 101. Leeds United 5-13-43. No movement at all. It is still three-quarter time scores in the goal in the North Central. 8-12-60. Sea Lake leading Nullarbor 7-6-48.
So 12-point lead there in the North Central Grand Final. And as we said, stay with us. We'll bring you all the updated scores from both the North Central and Golden Rivers Grand Final as they come to hand. A couple of big last quarters ahead there for those two teams as Davidson goes to ground at half back, and the umpire crosses herself and says, "Give it to me, we'll have the ball up." And it's a true centre half back position for Kerang.
Interesting to see Mitch Grinham doing the kicking in that. Ooh, big flash of players, the ball spinning around the back of the pack there. Caleb Nitsky, oh, there's your contender for a goal of the day. Took a leggy, if you don't mind. 16-11, 107 Kerang. Absolutely something out of nothing. We're just waiting for the ball to bounce. It did, right through the middle. That's Kerang 107. United 5-13, 43. Simple scoreboard.
And he's been very good this afternoon as well. Nitsky leading up across half forward and through the middle of the ground, providing a good target, and he's hit the scoreboard twice himself as well. And he looms as being a big player next Saturday when the Kerang take on Balranald, as we're going to get a free kick in the middle of the ground as it'll go to Gibbs. Had his legs taken out, as Matt said, gives it off to O'Neill, who goes inside 50. Getting back was Ross, went through his hand, probably the first mistake he's had all afternoon. As Matt's got some fans down there on the boundary, as we're going to get a ball up inside, attacking 50 for the Demons.
Shaughnessy wanting to get back onto the ground, not able to do so from the ruck. Absolutely going nowhere.
I think he was actually wanting to do a live interview with Matt there for a minute, no?
Well, he might as well. Can't even get a kick. The ball comes out wide, comes over to a really good player today, I find anyway, and Dom Gallo gets the footy in front, keeps it close to the band line, in fact so close it's gone over the line and out of bounds right in front of the scoreboard. That reads correct, 16-11, 107, United 5-13, 43, and we are underway in the last quarter, but no change to the scoreline in the North Central.
So we'll get a secondary boundary thrown over in front of the scoreboard, which reads Kerang holding a 64-point lead here, early stages of the final quarter. As it comes off hands now, quick kick forward from Thread Gold. Unable to take the mark was Ross, front position, had plenty of time to go back and win the footy though, tried to get it to Kelly, was worked off it by Stokes, who wheels around, good smother there by Kelly, then wins the footy back, maybe held, no, said the umpire, off hands again, Gallo with a little handball forward, Stokes tries to go back and win it, still working for his team, gets it forward, now to Thread Gold, who from the pocket, shot across the face, Bolton, no, takes the mark on the chest, and he will go back 10 metres out, on a pretty acute angle, have a shot for United's 6th goal of the afternoon.
And boys, let me tell you, he is a major contender for the Swan Hill High marker today. I only have 3 written down.
So Bolton's kick across the body, and he has missed the lot. So
I might scratch him after that.
no, it won't be as well. You're lucky the balls actually came down out of that tree there. It took a while to find its way to the ground.
Gee, they've opened it up here too, speaking of trees, at the Tullyback Rec, haven't they, Matty? Gillingham kicks across, finds Sean Hunter, plays on quickly to Ross, gets down the ground. What's the stretch? Can the mark be taken? It can to Caleb Nitsky. He had 3 goes at it. Not a contender, he just juggled it. And his opponent in Mitch Grinham will able to get the hands up.
So Nitsky centering ball. That is a lovely kick to Michael Dalrymple, who just tells his teammates just to settle it down, chews up another few seconds off the clock, goes short to Marty Kelly, who marks middle of the ground. He goes down the line to Lockie Ross, who takes the mark, just attacking side of the centre circle, goes up towards the top of the 50, and Josh Nitsky takes the mark, and that Matt Curran is just all too easy for Kerang.
Oh, that's down the ground, and there should be some repercussions of this one. Oh, unnecessary. Carded and off.
So a yellow card there for Campbell Everett, and as you said, Noel will be a downfield free kick going the way of the Blues, and he was a little bit late there on Riley Smith, who is on his feet and all okay. But Campbell Everett, he will be better off to just get off the ground, to be honest.
Yes.
And your team trails by a fair margin, Campbell. There's no point in winding up the Kerang supporters, as Adam Hunter with the check side shot at goal misses for a minor score. So 16-12, 108 Kerang, United 5-13, 43, and that is on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
The Demons want to play on quickly. They've got to play a loose centre wing, halfback flank, and it's going to be Campbell Joel, just not able to hold the mark. The umpire says no, throw the ball back in. Boundary umpire brought into play, and the crowd dispersing en masse as the little boundary umpire turns his back and has a shot. Tulak Nandali Tigers now 9-13, Nullarbor 7-7, so the Tigers going forward, and the Nullarbor Maroons not moving at all, and seemingly so here for the Demons across half back, although it's Skinner who kicks the ball towards centre wing.
He goes.
Whoa!
Over the head of O'Shaughnessy, and Sean Hunter takes a nice one of the higher mark of the day contender over the top. Called to play on now. Goes short, back to half back to Jesse Clark, who takes the relieving mark, and the Blues now, they are just trying to wind down the clock and see themselves through to next weekend's grand final. As the long kick down the line, Adam Hunter couldn't take the mark. Matt Gibbs happy to see it over for a boundary throw in centre wing on the Social Club side of the ground.
Matty Karen, I think the players wouldn't mind the mercy rule. Davis got it out the back to Gillingham. Gillingham gets the handball over the top to Coates. Coates gets the ball inboard into the run of Josh Nitsky. We've seen that a lot. The ball carries the pack out the back. Hayden Hall has an absolute acre. Delivers the ball down. Nearly cuts the head off the goal umpire. 17 goals, 12 Kerang. United 5, 13, 43. Oh, just too easy for Hayden Hall on the Super Bowl Olympic scoreboard. Compliments of Macca's 5 minutes into the grand final for the Golden Rivers, and it is Haylines 8-8-56, Ultima 5-12-42. The old-fashioned arm wrestle taking place down at the Murray Rec Reserve.
So Kerang now doing it quite comfortably over the Demons. They are through to the grand final next weekend against Balranald. Is back in the middle of the ground. Thread goal comes off the half-forward flank and takes possession of the ball, sends United inside 50, but it's a poor kick. Intercepted by Sean Hunter. Little handball over the top to Josh Nitsky, who's been very good this afternoon. Short pass inside the centre square to Hahn, who got one high, but umpire lets it go. Gregor Knight now. Quick kick up towards half forward. Zach thread goal. Couldn't quite take possession. Sean Hunter, who's just kept pushing forward. He takes possession inside 50, slaps at the head. Tried to find a teammate there, Troy Coates, who didn't really have a lot of interest in chasing that one down as United work it up to Riley Daniels in between wing and half back.
Josh Nitsky is a player that intrigues me, Matt Curran. He's what in the old language 6'2", 6'3", runs like a hare, but can still pick the ball up just one-handed if he needs to. Free kick going the way of Nick O'Neill, been a really good player in the last 2.5 quarters. Since quarter time, gone to centre half back, and I think he's found himself a new position.
So O'Neill now kicks into the middle of the ground over the head of O'Shaughnessy though. Jesse Clark reading it the best, takes the mark in defence, and he goes straight up the middle, high up and under kick, and taking a good strong mark there for the Blues is Adam Hunter. Wheels and goes, heads out to Hayden Hall, who chips it over the top of the coaching Troy Coates, and he will go back 15 metres out, almost directly in front, and look to kick his third of the afternoon.
It's been unobtrusive, Coach, but he's lined up for his third.
As Coates now comes in and makes absolute sure of it. They go, it's 18-12, 120 to the Blues. They lead United 5-13-43. The margin now is 77 points, and that is on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Now, Brad Pay has not been on the ground for quite a while. I don't know whether they're resting, but he has. Yeah. Lazy six. They've had 9 separate goal kickers, but it's just interesting. I thought they might have tried to get a little bit of a run into it from the rough work at the back of the pack. Again, the old firm getting there, Gillingham gives their hands over to Josh Hahn. They go forward. Good use of the body, holding front position. There was Dalrymple. Skinner right beside him. Good effort by Skinner. Sees the ball forced in underneath the pack. and the ball on the outer side, half forward flank. The Blues ever so slightly into attack.
So Kerang doing it quite comfortably at the moment, as we said, 77-point leaders over United. As Erlandson is the front position and does the roving as well, feeds it off to O'Neill, who gives a little one over the top to Saville, who's tried his heart out this afternoon. Goes down the line, good pickup there by Harrop, gets it on the bottom, much better transition to play for the Demons, ends up with Stokes, who from 48 metres has a long shot at goal, but is offline and through for a minor score. So they go 5 goals, 14 United, 44. They trail Kerang 8-12, 120 on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard as we go around the grounds, thanks to Macca's Swan Hill. Noel?
Yep, absolutely, and it is the Sea Lake Mandalay Tigers 9-13-67, leading Nullarbor 7-7-49, and the Ultima side behind at the moment, the Hay Lions 9-8-62, and Ultima side 6-13-49, and that of course the compliments of Macca's.
So back here at the Tullybuck Rec, and the ball is centre wing and far side of the ground. We're going to get a ball up here. 17 minutes gone in the final term. Kerang 120, leading United 44. Comes out the back. O'Neill, well, he missed his boot almost. It eventually got to Saville. Lovely handball from Erlandson. Releases to Sterling, who goes inside 50. Can't take the mark. Harrop at the back was Davis. And he's happy to see the ball over the boundary line for a boundary throwing.
And 10-minute mark of the last quarter at the moment. A quick update for you. Hay Lions 9-8-62, leading Ultima 6-13-49. So the Roos, plenty of opportunity, just spraying them around a little bit. Andrew throws the ball in front. Davis picked up off the back of the pack here, shot down the ground there for the Demons through Bingham. Bingham got the ball down, but again, the ball comes straight back out from whence it came. But look at Coates, burst to the outer side. He'll get on the end of this clean and pass, and the Blues will be up and gone.
He does. So Coates marks centering far side of the ground. Hasn't got a lot to kick to. Happy to just soak up a little bit more time on the clock. Goes short to Caleb Nitsky, who presents. He goes across, looking to switch the play out towards Josh Nitsky, who marks. Again, just not a lot on offer. Just looking to tick the clock down here of the Blues as Nitsky goes long, high. Lang can't quite take the mark. Front position there is Hunter. Gets it off to Kelly. Marty Kelly slides one home for the Blues. And they go to 19-12, 126. They lead United 5-14-44. And that is on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Was a good goal around the corner. He becomes the 10th goal kicker today for the Kerang side, and that's going to stand to be good stead next week on the big Swan Hill Rec against a very good side in Balranald, who will be watching this game intently. It says dropping the ball, free kick. Smith bursts through the centre of the ground for the Kerang side, kicks it down the ground, and the big goal in. Lang comes out. Big Nick Lang says, "Give it to me, boys. I'll take the mark. We'll turn around. We'll have a shot at goal, and I'll be goal kicker number 11 if I can slot it straight enough." Wastes no time either, by the way. Nick Lang kicks it up and under, or he leans across. That's never a good thing. Minor score goes on the board. Kerang 19-13. That's a lot of shots at goal. 127. Lead United 5-14-44. Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
So Skinner from the kick in, runs his full measure, goes low into the middle of the ground. Stokes with the fly. Couldn't bring down the mark though. That would have been the top storage solution. If at the Swan higher mark of the day, I'll get it right. Rather, as they come wide out towards Charlie Bolton, sits it out in front. Can he beat it before the line? He does. Eventually lowers the eyes into the pocket, taking the mark, Nick Threadgold, who will go back and line up hard against the boundary, but 30 metres from goal.
Good movement, Matt.
It's hard to move the ball when you're, as you say, Matt, not very clean with it, as Threadgold, a shot from in the pocket, not a bad attempt, but it's offline and through for yet another minor score. 5 goals, 15, the Demons. They've been very wasteful in front of goal, and it's Kerang 19-13, 127 on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard, but we'll go around the grounds thanks to Mac and Swan Hill.
Absolutely, and the Tigers, the Nandali Tigers, have kicked a goal that makes them 10-14-74, leading Nullawal, a gallant Nullawal, 8-7-55. They're not giving it away either, the Maroons, but the Tigers lead at the moment.
And just a quick update in the Golden Rivers Grand Final 2-0.
Yep, absolutely, because at the moment it's the Hay Lions 9-8-62 leading, Ultima 6-15. They've kicked 1-3, the Roos 51.
Oh, so poor kicking there from the Ultima side as well in the Golden Rivers Grand Final. It may well cost them. As, again, stay with us because we'll have all the updated scores as they come to hand from both games, as Kerang have worked the ball up towards half forward into the hands of Josh Nitsky, who has marked 51 metres from home.
Troy Coates pointed towards the goals and said, no, just take your time and just catch your breath.
I think that's exactly what they will be looking to do here. The less amount of time that they have to be running Kerang, the better, as they look to prepare for next week. Nitsky's kick, well, he had the distance, he certainly did not have the accuracy. It goes out of bounds on the full, and it will be brought back into play by Joel Campbell.
Not that many people left at the ground to go and fetch the ball either. The young fella in the dark t-shirt kicks a lovely drop punt kick, if you don't mind, back to Joel Campbell, who will get the play underway.
Get a red and blue jumper on him, Noel.
23 minutes into the final quarter. The kick goes short, marked through the halfback line by Dean Harrop, who swings, wants to go wide, and does.
He does out towards Matt Watkins, who marks centre wing. In fact, he didn't mark. Dropped it at the crucial moment, turned it over. Riley Smith now been good this afternoon. Goes forward, finds a teammate there in Hunter, who marks, goes short, back to Riley Smith, still too far out to score. Into the pocket, looking for Lang, who had to get down low to take the mark, and that is a long way down for the big ruckman. Couldn't do so, and it goes over the boundary line and over for a throw-in.
Boundary umpire on the outer side has a little peep over the left shoulder, gives it plenty. The ruckman will settle. Lang wants the ball forward, the back gets it. Coming through there is Kelly, but not able to get on to the end of it. Certainly the Blues can. The quick hands coming out the back from Kelly. Comes over, kick down the ground. It's a wobbly old kick. Should be picked off by Harrop. He is coming out wide to Grinham, and Grinham delivers to centre wing.
He does, over the head of Stokes, who is able to turn Jardine inside out. Goes back, picks up the ball, wants to take the tackle on from Clark. Eventually gives the handle off to Saville, who goes inboard towards Harrop, who didn't quite sit for him. Eventually finds its way to Bigham, who goes long to Arnett Watkins, 55 from home, into the pocket looking for Daniels, couldn't take the mark, spoiled away from him. Bolton there with it, trying to win the ball, but can't do so. We'll have the ball up 15 metres from goal, United doing the attacking.
And at the moment it is a 17-point lead to the Hay Lions. 16 minutes into the last, 10 goals, 8-68 over Ultima, 6-15-51 in the Golden Rivers Grand Final. In the North Central, it's Sea Lake Nandali Tigers 10-14-74, Nullawal 8-8-56. Shot on goal, Shane.
Out of bounds on the full.
Say no more, and the scoreline stays exactly the same. Kerang 19-13, 1-2-7. United 5-15-45, deep into time on in the last, and that's on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
So Marty Kelly brings the ball back into play. Mark taken by Gregor Knight. Poor kick though, intercepted by Charlie Bolton, still inside attacking 50. Davidson gives it off to Saville. Finish with a goal. Can't do so. And it's marked. Last line of defence there for the Blues as the kick. However, from Gillingham, it goes out of bounds on the full.
Watkins outside 50, in fact about 70 out, just launches an up and under, hopefully the big grab. The big grab will come the way of Kerang. Marty Kelly just launches and drifts across the front of the pack. Takes a very easy mark, goes wide and finds the elusive Troy Coates. Now Coates has got a teammate loose short, decides to use him eventually. Look down the ground, if they got another one, they have. They want to get in that direction of Jardine. Don't do so, they come back inboard and Troy Coates takes yet another mark, racking up the possessions.
They are, goes backwards to Marty Kelly in the defensive goal square, who eventually comes long to Klingon over the back. Matt Watkins couldn't take it, gives little handball forward to Bigham, who gets it onto Davidson, gets it to Daniels, took the tackle on, got a high one though, said the umpire. Gregor Knight it was with the tackle, And Riley Daniels will go back and from 30 metres straight in front of goal, look to kick the Demons 6th of the afternoon.
Live scores, it is Sealand Valley Tigers 10-14, 74, Nullarbor 8-8, 56, not much happening there. And the Hay Lions have a lead at the moment, 20-minute mark, 68 plays 52.
So Daniels now with the shot on goal for United. Kick on its way and he's missed it. So yet another behind. 5-16-46 United, been very wasteful in front of goal this afternoon. Kerang 19-13, 127, 26 and a half minutes gone on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
From full-back, the Blues look to build. Coates has gone back just to provide a little bit of extra comfort, if you like. Kicks the ball on the left boot, then drifts all the way back to full-back. Kick comes inboard, looks for Jesse Clark, who then will go back to use Coates. Tick, tick, tick is the effort here, Matty Curran. As Gregor Knight short, didn't use him well, came out the back to Davis. Davis grabbed, tackle, thrown to ground. What's the umpire say? Ball up as we approach the 28-minute mark of the final quarter. Live scores 10-14, 74, Sea Lake over Nullarbor 8-8, 56. Jenkins has 4.
So taking the ball from the ruck work there was Davis, but slinging it is, he's quickly claimed by Ahmet Watkins, and we'll get another ball up just inside attacking 50 for United as their season ticks down to a close. Kerang, they've got one game left. Of course, it will be next Saturday at the Swan Hill Rec Reserve Grand Final Day, where they will take on Balranald in a highly anticipated climax to season 2023 as the ball now squirts out the back. Skinner takes it, runs the 50, long shot at goal from Jared Skinner, not quite going to work its way back. It goes through for another minor score. They go to 5-17-47, the Demons. They trail Kerang 19-13, 127 on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric score.
Hay Lions trying to finish this game off. They just can't get rid of the ruse. The Hay Lions 10-10-70, Ultima 6-16. That's right, 6-16 trail. The Hay Lions 10-10-70, 20-minute mark, final quarter in the grand final for 2023.
So Coates goes back to Josh Hahn, who marks in the defensive goal square. He goes wide to Jesse Clark. Eventually, Sean Hunter just stuck up the one hand and took the Swan Hill Higher mark of the day contender.
Probably the winner.
He comes wide to Gillingham and he goes down the line to Caleb Nitsky, who marks centre wing far side of the ground.
Nitsky been good, especially early, gave them plenty. Has come back into the game, kicked a couple of goals, had plenty of teammates, comes inboard, finds Gillingham, who as normal just steadily drips the boot of the ball forward, finds Hahn, who can come across to Coates. Coates is just drifting across the half-back, full-back line, racking up possessions, trying to get the time clock on his team's side. Waits, decides to go to the outer side. Plenty of room out there. Gregor Knight marks it. Wants to get onto the left, does. Should kick long. Teammate down the ground on the burst. Finds him easily. And the Blues through the centre half forward position will go a long bomb on shot on goal. And miss to the broadcast side. Kerang 19-14, 128. United 5-17-47, 30 minutes gone. And Sea Lake Valley Tigers 10-15. Live score Nullarbor 8-8. And live score also 10-12 Hay, Ultimate 6-16.
In the middle of the ground, Ethan Saville runs his full measure, goes long inside 50. Harrop down at full forward, can't take the mark. Right there with him, Ash Davis. He's happy to wrap him up. And there is the full-time siren. Kerang 19-14, 128. They have defeated 9i West United 5.